Hello. How's everyone doing? Listen, it's Saturday. It's the recap. I hope everyone's doing well. Remember, guys, when you're coming into the live to give us a thumbs up. I hope everyone can hear me very well and all is well today. This is a recap show. I want to hear from all of you. What do you think about last night? I need to hear what you think about last night. And see, listen, it wouldn't be a good recap unless we actually brought in the players. That's right. The young man that was eliminated and Miss Bella both will be here on the recap. We get to ask them some quick questions to find out what they thought. And of course, I get to bring to you what I thought my best my best video, what was the best for me and what was actually the most shocking. So it's coming. But first, I want to bring up my co-host and my co-producer, Aaron. Oh, Aaron.
Hey, SB, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing this Saturday afternoon, or should I say Saturday morning for afternoon for you also? How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know what we're here for? We recapping yesterday's show, last night's show, and we're going to get some feedback from the audience, of course. And we also going to bring in our eliminated Bachelor, which I hate. I thought he was the favorite. And also we're going to bring in Bella and just hear what she has to say. So listen, I'm going to you first because you a major player in this thing. So what do you think? Before we do that, though, let me say hello to these young people or these people up here in the chat. How y'all doing today? Brittany B, Lady Novella, Navia. I may pronounce that wrong, but you can correct me. But how are you? Who else is in here right now? She been chatting it up. Mr. Steele, how are you? Mr. C, how you doing? It's good to see y'all here. Listen, we are going to drop the link pretty soon, and we want to hear from you all. Mr. Pimpish, I happen to like that. So good to see you also. Listen, I am so glad that you all were there last night. You did such an awesome job. Miss Walker, it's good to see you too. Listen, y'all did an excellent job last night in the chat, and we're going to continue that on. I want to hear your opinions of everything. I want some feedback, good or bad. It really don't matter. It was our first show. We're trying to make it the best show ever. It's virtual. We're trying to make virtual live. So, it ain't easy. So we definitely need your help. But my co-host just dropped off for some kind of reason. But guess what? He's coming back in just a moment. And when he does, we're going to get what he thought was like one of the best moments or whatever he wants to share. And again, y'all, we want feedback from y'all. But let me just tell y'all this, because this is my regular 4:00 Saturday afternoon show. I want to tell you, if I didn't already say, and y'all don't know, I need y'all to go to my channel, top right-hand corner. There's a little globe. On that globe, you click that globe, you can go to my merchandise. I want to get your opinion. It's almost time to do the ordering. Almost time. So I really need you guys to do that. I want to know what you're thinking. First of all, I want to know what you think about. Is there something that we could add? How do you like the SB Nation shirts or sweatshirts, hats, whatever? I want to know. Also, Aaron froze. He did. We're going to get him back up here in just a moment. Also, I want y'all to tell me. The other thing is today we got the money line back. So if you want to contribute to the show, support the show, whatever you want to do, sponsor the show, the money line value is $9.99. Also, we got the regular super chats, and I will definitely read your super chats today. So there it goes. Y'all know how we dance over here. So for $9.99, you get the money line song. There you go. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Yeah. So listen, I have no idea how we can add the Moneyline song to the dating show. But listen, when we find out, we're going to figure that thing out. We're going to add a little bit more music to the dating show so we all can be dancing. So I'll love to do it. Miss Scott, how are you? So anyway, I don't know what's going on. It seemed like everybody dropped. We had a little problem today. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go on with what I think. I don't know if I should get into that yet or if I should wait for Aaron to come. What do you think? Should I go ahead and go on with the so listen, I gotta tell y'all, last night was awesome for me. We didn't know what was going to happen. We tried to put our best into it. We had a few meetings. Listen, we knew about everything. There was nothing that was not planned. I need to let y'all know that first of all, first and foremost. Everything that happened was planned. The pop-up. Well, let me go back. The being in the office, walking down the hallway, going to Studio A was all planned. Also, the pop-up of Anton protesting the show, all planned. The only thing I can say that maybe was not planned was the shoot your shot. being done that way. That was definitely on logic. I love it though. I appreciate it. Everything we did was planned. We wanted to give y'all as much as we could to make it an awesome show. Now,
Jackson Hayes joined.
there's one thing that we're going to have to work out. Even the chat having the power, we wanted you all to be involved. So we had to do something that would keep you all involved, right? So with you all having the power of elimination was also planned. Now, there was one thing that we didn't mention to you all, and we still have some secrets up under our hats that we're not going to mention, but you got to stay tuned and wait for it, because if the power to eliminate made you, mouth open, the next thing that we have for you is going to make you be like, what? It's going to be exciting also. So y'all got to stay tuned for that, because we're throwing in little things, and I'm telling you guys, we've planned it. We thought about it. We wanted to make the best show ever. We wanted to make it good for everyone that's participating. No, the money elimination was planned. Everything was planned. The only part that wasn't planned was what y'all added to it when y'all got to talking about can I take something off? That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. And as soon as we get Aaron back up here, we're going to explain it, but that's not quite how it goes. You all having the power, the chat having the power to eliminate was planned. That's how it was supposed to be. The way it was supposed to be done is, whenever you find one of the bachelors that you did not care for, you could put a super chat on his head to eliminate him. And throughout the night, we had someone adding and counting up those super chats. And at the end of the night, we were going to say who that person was that was eliminated. Now, who knew that 1 minute y'all would be liking one person, and then the next minute y'all is hating one person, next minute y'all be loving? So can we take 5 out? It doesn't work like that, guys. So I don't know what Aaron is doing right now, but let me tell you how it needs to work. If you put some money, a super chat on a bachelor's head, because we got this going on next week too. You put $5 on a bachelor's head. Say you put $5 on bachelor number 1, and then you all of a sudden decide, oh, I like him, I don't want him to go. Then you're going to need to put $5 on bachelor number 2 or bachelor number 3's head to make it even. You can't take money off. You just got to put it another place to make the playing field even. We can't go into subtracting and all of that. So understand this. The power of elimination does belong to you all. But in order to make it even, you got to put $5 on whoever else's head if you change your mind, or whatever your vote was. If your vote is $10 on bachelor number 1, you now got to put $10 on bachelor number 2 or bachelor number 3 to make it an even playing field, because you now don't want bachelor number 1 to go. That's how it has to work. I'm sorry, we can't add and subtract. So y'all got to get it right. You got to get the names right. You got to get the sequence right. You gotta get it right, but you all do have the power to do so. I want to let you know that. Now listen, when Aaron comes up, we're gonna try to explain it again, of course, throughout, but I guess it's kind of like a funny or hard concept to get, but just understand, we want you all involved, so we want to give you all the power to eliminate. Now, you all didn't hear what or who Bella actually chose, and you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. That's coming next week. That's coming next week. So listen, Mr. Jackson is here now, the actual eliminated bachelor. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up because I want to talk to him, because he was my best, right? I love the way he just kind of listen. Do I want to play his video first? Do we have his video to play? Okay, so let's just bring him up. Jackson, come on up. Hey, oh, look at you.
What's going on?
Nothing much. You got the top down. Oh, you look like you're going to pick up somebody right now.
No, I'm actually. See, you're just not even doing right.
Listen, how did you enjoy the show last night?
It was fun. It was enjoyable. I wanted to interact with Bella a little more, but it was fun. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed the chat and the interaction. It was good. Right,
you fading out a little bit, but listen, why do you think you were eliminated?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Nobody's ever gonna want anybody. I don't want to say. I believe it's a red flag for most women if you have any interaction with your ex. So that I feel like that's probably the only reason. Maybe they felt like I was too confident. I've seen some people say I was a player in there, but I mean, you can say that about all of us. I mean, you know what I mean? We're all handsome bachelors, you know what I mean? You know, something to bring to the table. But it doesn't mean we out there, you know, going crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like those are probably the only two reasons. I can't really think of anything else. I felt like it was a good conversation, you know. I wasn't too shy to speak up or anything, so.
You know what? No, and you're not shy. I think I'm listen, I was team Jackson when you came on the scene like Bella, baby, what's up? I was done. It was already you had my vote. So I don't know what they were looking at, but you know what? You never know what can happen. You know, it's a lot of wild card things going around in here. So I'm gonna keep you close. So I'm not gonna say it's completely done. But guess what? The chat today say everybody saying they team Jackson. So I don't know. I really don't know. Did he just freeze? So listen, guys, Jackson is here. If anybody has a question for him, why he's here, he's frozen at the moment, but we're going to get him back in here in just a second. But if y'all have a quick question for him, I want y'all to ask it because I am team Jackson. I was team Jackson. The way he handled it, the way he spoke to her, he was so manly. You know, he came in, he was owning the spot. I appreciate. Now he's in his convertible, letting his hair blow. Okay, he'll find another hairstylist. I mean, how simple is that? Listen, we just met the other day. Y'all think he's supposed to change his life for the show? He didn't know. I mean, if we held that against the brother, we hard out here. But again, Jackson, let's see if bring him back. I don't know how we can do that. We're gonna see though. We might think of something wild card to bring him back. But if y'all got a question for him, go ahead and ask him because I'm gonna let him go because he's enjoying his Saturday. I appreciate the fact that he's here, and I hate the fact that he was eliminated. But hey, I'm glad that he wanted to be on I Choose You. So, any questions, Jackson? Is there anything that you want to leave us with before you go? I know you got things you want to do. I can't.
I mean, hey, you know, peace and love to everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all are going in and out.
No, you are too. You are too.
Man, peace and love. Everybody keep it going.
All right. Okay, listen. Thanks, Jackson. Listen, if
we're going in and out.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna let you go because we got a bad connection. But if something should change, I'll definitely reach out to you. But listen, sir.
Feeling good.
We're gonna play this Bella.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Jackson.
Well, real quick, I'm sorry, look like the chat going crazy. Listen, chat.
Man, talk to her. Go ahead.
Slid in there, didn't he? Go ahead. I feel like we should leave the room.
We saw her, brother. Go ahead.
I mean, I just want to introduce myself. That's what we're here for, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Question? Anybody?
No.
So listen, guys, for me, that was the absolute best part when he kind of slid in there and he said, you know, hey, Bella. I thought that was the best. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was the absolute best. And I definitely was team. I know there's an echo. Sorry about that, American man, but hopefully we got rid of it. We're going to bring Aaron on back up here. Hopefully he has Aaron.
Actually, I have a rolling blackout in my neighborhood right now. So I'm using my mobile hotspot right now. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's what happened. You know?
That's what happens in California, ain't it? But listen, you missed Jackson. I don't know if you got to see him or not, but he came through. He's in his convertible riding. He's riding and he's enjoying the day. But anyway, I was just mentioning what my best scene from the night, and it was actually Jackson when he rolled in and was talking to Bella. He was real smooth with it. So I was team Jackson all night. What was your best or worst, you think?
You mean with Jackson or just throughout the show?
The night, throughout.
Honestly, it was all so good. I felt like it just really flowed really well and everything. I think the best part for me was just the engagement with the chat. Honestly, with the connection with the bachelors, they like, oh, the chat there, like it was just super engaging. I just thought that whole concept worked really well.
Yeah. You
So
know what
yeah,
was
that's my
impressive
favorite.
though? What was impressive is those are young men and they've never done YouTube before. So they didn't know anything about the chat. You know, they do Instagram, but YouTube for both of those two men, you know, Ace is a content creator, so he knows about it. But those other two knew nothing about YouTube. So to see the chat, they were like, this is great. I love this. Can I see the chat? You know, can I see it? We was like, yeah, you can play it back tomorrow. The chat will be there. So they were like uber excited about this chat. So listen, I don't know if you were listening earlier when we're having the problem with outage, but I was trying to tell them about the power to eliminate. And the way I explain it is the way that we intended for it to go was the chat was definitely going to have the power to eliminate. So it kind of went wrong because it didn't go wrong at all. The power of eliminate was still given to the chat, but when they started wanting to subtract and put it on somebody else's head, we need to explain that part, that there is no way to do that. In order to balance or even the playing field, you have to put a super chat on another bachelor's head. There's no way to take money away from and give to another. So would you be in agreement? Am I explaining that correctly?
Well, honestly, I'm torn because I don't want to. I don't want to necessarily switch that. I'm not sure. We gonna figure that part out. Honestly, if we can figure a way to make that work, we're gonna figure that out. So we still have to work on how that's gonna work.
Well, we can't keep up with taking money off. So the only way it has to work this way. The only way we can even the playing field is if they put in $5 on Bachelor number 1, and now they don't want now they like Bachelor number 1. They're gonna have to add $5 as a takeaway to Bachelor number 2 or 3. That's the only way to even the play. We got to even the playing field back up again. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Everybody will be nearly neck and neck by the end of the night, just like it was. And that's really, I don't think, the intentions of the chat, because they need to understand that they're eliminating. I think sometimes they thought that they were going for, and that's the part that we didn't explain. I guess we didn't explain, but you do have to be here at the beginning of the show to get all those instructions. And we realize we need to do the instructions throughout the night so everybody understands. Now, an American Man says only accept super chats with a specific format. Wait, listen, that's what we were trying to do.
Yes.
But you still was saying, I want to get this off of this and put it onto that, which doesn't work. Remember, if you're voting,
we're working on the format.
Yep. If you are eliminating,
I have.
Go ahead,
Aaron. Yeah, I have something. I have a way. Yeah, I have a way in which they're going to be able to put it in the super chat, because I'm going to give them the option either to have the phrase "money on your head." You know, that way it will let us know distinctively if they want to put money on someone's head. And I have to figure out a phrase, because thinking about it, it's weird that they want to remove the money instead of putting it on another bachelor's head, because that's what I would do strategically, right? But maybe that's too complex at this time for them. So I'll find another phrase that we can distinguish, where if they want to lessen the burden on one of the bachelor's heads. So I'll come back to that, but I'll find a phrase that will make it make sense so that it doesn't confuse the audience, and I'll be able to track it.
So listen, that's the only way you can level the playing field. If somebody has put some money on somebody, even if they put eliminate $5 Bachelor 1, and then they change their mind, they're going to have to eliminate $5 Bachelor 2 to make it even. If not, then Bachelor 1 is still eliminated. He's still up $5. You have to even the playing field. I don't think that's too hard. I happen to think that our chat is very darn smart. And I happen to think that they know what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. It was sending us for a loop, I happen to think. But, you know, because listen, the American Man said he was trying to save Nyheim. I don't know if Nyheim was high in numbers or not, but it worked out. It was a very good show. But we're going to work out all the quirks. And we're going to go over the instructions again. I choose what I had a comment there. Hey, Lucky, how are you? Good to see you. I choose based on long-term, not just feeling good. Okay, Mr. C, I like that. That's a good way, because remember, we actually eliminating choosing, or we're not actually choosing. The chat is eliminating, and Bella is choosing, and then the judge is actually putting in his choice too. But again, you won't know who they are. You only going to know who was eliminated, and we did, and we actually eliminated Jackson, which I thought was the crowd favorite. So y'all really got me on that. Oh, Luke Casey said, I missed the live. Does the amount of the super chat have any weight on how many points are assigned? Yeah, we actually count the super chat. Whatever it's a $5, it accumulates throughout the night. So whoever has the largest amount of money on their head from the super chats is eliminated. That's how it works. So whether you're putting in $5, $10, or whatever it is, we add them up at the end of the night, and that person is the person that's eliminated. So that's how we do it. Super duper dope, boy. I like that. I'm on my business.
Oh gosh.
Listen, super duper. Gosh. Listen, I'm on my business and good looking, and none of these women on my level, SB. What should I do? Ooh, you got to show yourself. I hope you ain't doing all this by yourself, because you know what? We be giving off some delusion when we look in the mirror of ourselves, because you know what? I feel like I'm a 12. So super duper, I need you to cam up and speak to me. But guess what else? I have another space on my show next week. Would you like to be involved? I would love for you to. Let's talk about it. Cam up today. We're going to drop the link in just a little bit. And I want you here. I want you to cam up, because we can find you a nice, listen, I need you to come up. When I drop the link, we need you to come on and cam up. Really, you do. Now,
that was
I choose now based on credit and debt.
Yeah, I saw that.
Income ratio. Okay, but Lucky, that's like the third or fourth date. I mean, what? That's how you choose? That's interesting.
Sorry, SB. My lighting is bad, so I'm gonna just keep the avatar up right now. I'm not able to adjust the lighting as I have no power.
That's fine. You good. Like, listen, as long as I hear your voice, you good. Listen, y'all having a blackout. That must mean, is it hot today? Is it a hot day?
No, it is cold. It is cold. Wow. Yeah, we get cold summers out here.
that is interesting, because I think it's like 80 degrees here right now. It's like perfect.
That sound good to me right now. I mean, we really don't like anything above like 73 out here, or we complain. We kind of spoiled, but you know, I could take 80. I could do 80 for like 5 minutes, and then got to come down a little bit.
But it's not a hot 80, you know, it's that springtime 80. It's good. It feels good right now outside.
But yeah, I did want to say yes to the question that was just posed. Yes, the super chat gives y'all the ultimate power. Well, the money on your head gives you the ultimate power to eliminate any bachelor. It supersedes all of our powers on the panel. Like, y'all can just eliminate, even if we wanted that person to win, they out of there. That's how much power we wanted to give the chat. Because y'all are so important to the show, and we understood that, and we want to figure out a great way to give y'all some empowerment. But also, you guys have the ability to use a wild card super chat to send questions that maybe we have not posed, and if they refuse to answer your question, that money go on that bachelor head. So it adds pressure in a lot of ways. So I thought that was a good concept. And then also, we hear what y'all saying. So even when we have the final votes as far as the last two commanders, we kind of hearing what y'all saying when we're making these decisions as well. So y'all very impactful.
Definitely. We need y'all to understand, and we need y'all participation. Y'all did I think you did an excellent job. But I don't know if we anticipated on so many people actually contributing and taking money off. We did not plan on taking the money off. That was the part. Aaron, I was telling them, basically we planned the whole show. Everything was basically scripted. There's stuff that we had thought about, and there are other things that we have also planned to do that we have not let out the hat, right? So I told them to stand by for that. I don't know if you heard me earlier saying that. So there are some more things, some more left turns and right turns that are coming, and we definitely need y'all to stay tuned for that. But we really want to make sure that you all get the power that the chat has. We want y'all to get that down pat, so y'all can understand exactly how powerful you are and what role you all play in I Choose You. So we really want to make sure that y'all understand that. So that's kind of like where we are. And that was what the recap was. And I just had to bring Jackson back because we like kicked him off and was like, bye. And I just wanted to let him know that, I really appreciate
Nah, SB, no. That's the power of the chat. Once they eliminate, you gotta go. I'm sorry.
we kicked them off. We did, but I wanted to let them know that I appreciate them so much. When listen, guys, when y'all coming into the live today, make sure you're giving us a thumbs up. Listen, I think we got like 60 here in the live and only like 29 likes. Come on, y'all, give us a thumbs up. Come on, let's just make that an automatic. Come in, park it. Let's do that. Thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get those likes up. I know, but listen, he was the smoothest. He was not shy. He came in ready to talk. He was like the bomb the whole time. And I was
So you saying you didn't want to vote live, but then they hearing your real thoughts right now.
Listen, we gave them the power. They had the power. I have to go with my chat. Listen, I'm all about that. I'm with my chat. But I'm just saying, the presentation of it all, he did a very good job. But I get why some might think he a player. I get it. I see it. I see what they're saying a little bit because he knows what to say. There was no shyness. He was like on it. And the other two were kind of like reserved a little bit, but they said that in their person. But think about it. Jackson's a dancer. He's a performer. He's out on stage. He has to have it together.
True. That is very true. And dancing gives you one of the ultimate confidence boosters. You'll notice people that can really dance have a certain level of confidence. Like, I'm a horrible dancer, so don't ask me to dance. But people that can dance have a certain level of confidence. So it makes sense.
So listen, Luke Casey says, will Jackson be available for the next Bachelorette? Well, listen, what's going to happen. Once our Bachelorette chooses the first half of the first season, we're going to the Bachelor, of course. Now, when we come back for the second season of I Choose You, it will be a Bachelor and there will be women. There'll be Bachelorettes. So I don't know because I can't tell you exactly when we will do that following show. But he may be available. I don't know. I might try to reach out to him when we get back there again. But when we're done here, the next will be a Bachelor and it will be Bachelorettes. Now, Aaron, you think we're gonna have any problems with well, we can't. We're not going to even talk about it because we might have to tell some secrets. We're not going to do that. So anyway, we're not going to say. But listen, I want to bring Bella up. We're going to bring up our Bachelorette. Let's hear what she thought about the show, what she thought about the elimination, and guess what? You cannot tell who you've chosen.
I will not. Your secret's safe with me.
All right. So what do you think about the show last night, Bella?
Honestly, I had so much fun. Like, this show was so much fun, and I feel like the chat made it even more fun. Like the comments and stuff, the excitement. They was like watching it with us, and they were like making their comments. They're hilarious. Like, if you want to laugh, just like watch the chat. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Now, you missed Jackson, but Jackson came up. He was looking all good, driving his convertible. I asked him, why did he think he got eliminated? And he said that, he said a couple of things. So why do you think he was eliminated?
I think that he was smooth, but he was too smooth. And sometimes when you like too smooth and too confident, people take that as if you're like being a player. Like, he did everything great. He said the right phrases, the right words. And I think it translated as, oh, he's probably just a player.
You know what? I think all of the men did really well. So they had to be nitpicky. And he was the first one to reveal something where you're like, hold on.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's what it was. Because we at the time, we didn't have enough to disqualify all of them yet. So when they're all doing well, we have to find something where we could be like, ooh, there we go. We found you. And he was the kind of like one of the first ones to expose that area where you could kind of grasp at it. So I think that's really what it was.
Okay, wait a minute. That brings me to my next point. This was the next most shocking thing that happened. Can we bring that up with Mr. Nyheim? If you saying Jackson brought up something that was like, okay, what about this right here?
Not so easy, Mr. Nyheim. Not so easy. I got a question for you because you seem like a heartbreaker to me. So let me ask you this question, because you seem like you done broke a few hearts in your past. Tell me, when you break up with a woman, what makes it so hard for them to get over you?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm toxic. I've been toxic. So I've been working on myself. I was toxic in the past, and I've learned from that. I'm just gonna be real. So been toxic, and there were times where I should have just left, and I didn't. We've all done that in life, so I've learned from that.
Well, we appreciate your honesty because my chat gonna call Cap. My chat gonna call Cap. Listen.
Hold on for a minute, Chad. What you think about that? He's just toxic. What do you think?
I mean, both of us are toxic. I mean,
you hear him?
That's just what it was.
So you saying Jackson revealed something when he said the older woman? I'm assuming. What? Listen. This young man say he's toxic. And they about Team Nyheim.
So we asked him to explain it, and the explanation, it didn't seem like anything abnormal. Like he just said, well, he didn't really explain it. So it kind of just left us wondering. And everyone uses that word nowadays. So it's just like, what does that really mean?
It's not as scary as it used to be because everyone does say the only one, if you add masculinity to it, that's the only time it's horrible. And any other thing, it's like rap songs, city girls, just toxic. It's fun, so the interpretation is out there.
So, in other words, we gave him a pass on his toxic because it was a talking point. And the other man just said, you know what? I was involved with a woman 10 years older than me. And I realized that wasn't the direction I was wanting to go in because I want to be married and I want children. And I realized this wasn't the one.
He left the door open for you messing with a woman that's 10 years older than you, her daughter doing your hair. You messing with both of them like that. They mind can go anywhere if you allow it to. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you how they work. They mind can go anywhere when they hear that. So the daughter doing your hair, you messing with the moms. I don't know. It's a little too close for me. I just don't like it. And that's how people reacted. The toxic part, people thinking like, okay, he was very honest about it. And, he's young. And, who knows exactly what that means.
He did.
A lot of interpretation. So I think they kind of allowed the toxic part to kind of bleed out where they're like, we all a little toxic. But the other part, family affairs, something off about that. That's kind of how they shared that, I think.
Okay. And then what about Ace? Ace said he gonna go in the house. The only person he bringing out is his niece.
That's sweet, though. I like that answer.
I thought that was sweet too. But Stephen Day said he didn't like any of them. Stephen,
a couple people said that. Yeah,
they didn't like what? I thought they were all ideal,
but I thought they were good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, oh God, I don't know, Stephen. We got to hear what you're looking for, or what you would consider a good, not what you're looking for, but what you would consider good.
I don't know if they mean I don't like them or they don't like them for Bella. Like I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but I thought they all were great guys. It was just funny to me that Toxic didn't get more attention than the 10-year. I felt like a bright light came on him. Like, what am I doing with this woman that's 10 years older than me? And then he asked. Then he also said, "You said, well, do you like older women?" He said, "No." Right. There's something to this. Maybe we need to ask some more questions. But either way, he was my choice. I liked the way he behaved. I thought he was a great guy. But it doesn't really matter. Listen, the chat has spoken. But
guess what, security boss? Guess who they really want for me? Mr. Logic.
Listen, I
did. Bella and Mr. Logic. Bella and Mr. Logic. Guys.
We're not going to speak on that. We're going to just keep all of that. Listen, I'm not getting into that. We're not going to say anything about it because Logic is not here to defend himself.
We love Mr. Logic.
I don't know where Logic is today. I didn't bother him too much today.
Don't say his name too much. He'll pop up like the wizard. Don't do it.
Right. You're exactly right. But listen, the link is in the chat, guys. If y'all want to come up and give us some feedback, because we definitely want to make sure the show will never be perfect and we don't want it perfect. We want some things not terrible to happen, but we want some funny things to happen. But we would like to have your feedback on what you all think that we can add to the show or how we can do some things different or better. We would love to have your feedback on that. You got to come naked in bed. Oh, yeah, that's for Mr. Logic. You're right. Listen, not on this show. We're not having that. We're not having that. But so Bella, what is it? Okay, so listen, we kind of, handpicked the bachelors. Yeah, you know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you think that they're pretty good. What is it that you would like to see different? And because you have no idea what the others are going to look like. And listen, guys, I am down one bachelor. I would actually like to have two, because I want to make sure we're picking correctly. So if you're interested in I Choose You and you're a bachelor, I would love for you to go to SB Show 2020 and just leave me a quick email and I will contact you. I need you to do that. I need two more bachelors for safekeeping. I would love for you to do that because we do like to try to hand pick our bachelors, and I would love to have two more for the next show, just in case. And you know what? We always throwing things out there anyway, so I would just love to have you for several reasons. But if you are interested, we need two more bachelors. Go to sbshow2020@gmail and we may contact you. So if y'all know anybody, let them know. Let them go see the show. But anyway, Bella, is there something, okay, you saw the three guys that were here already. Is it something else you would like to see in the next three that maybe we haven't covered yet?
I would like to see more. Well, I would like to see them dressed a little more better. I think they were a bit too casual because the three of us, we put a lot of effort and thought into this. So I would just like to see the same as far as their like appearance and stuff. Just, you know. Okay. But then again, like these guys, except for the content creator, most people don't know anything about YouTube.
Well,
so
they did.
Just didn't know.
Yeah. They didn't know, and I didn't make any demands on how they showed up. I did not. So I could
actually, they have the option to do that if they choose to. It tells you a lot about their personality. So you have to take what you receive. Some people were super chill. And they not really go. Well, want to pretend like they not. Don't just come to interview and put that tie on. We know you don't really. You trying to wear a bow tie. See, look, we know when people ain't really, coming how they want. They trying to give us this. So it's actually a good thing in a lot of ways. But I know what you mean, because boy, you were looking stunning. Oh my gosh. It was,
Woo. Yeah, and that is true. Especially the football player. He's not. Listen, he probably run away from a suit. He probably like,
no, they wear suits.
I know they do. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say he probably runs away from. He probably can't wait till he can get, darn near free of stuff. Young
people don't like suits, and depending on his upbringing, look, they really don't like suits, and unless you, and even in the corporate environment, like if you ain't been doing it for a while, you don't get used to it. So you see how Logic pulled. I'm like, oh, you put a tie on? I was about to go run and put a tie. I said, you know what? Let me just chill. Because you know what I mean? Like, nope, this is cool. But so it was fun. I think we did so good. Listen, it sounds like I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but I think we did a phenomenal job. And they don't realize how fast that concept went to reality. I was literally telling them, I said, y'all know SB and her husband, y'all don't know, but boy, oh boy, they work like, oh my God. I'm like, we talking.
I don't know how long it took. How long did it?
Realistically,
midnight from that late night. That was your 24-hour night, if you remember.
Yeah,
that was your 24-hour stream. It started that night, and I don't remember when it was, but it was
in March. I think it was in March.
The last weekend in March, because I remember saying April. We're gonna do this in April. I remember saying it. We're gonna do this in April. So it took about a month. You think that's a short period of time? Y'all make sure y'all getting those likes up when you're coming into the chat. Please do that. The thumbs
we didn't reveal all of the things that we did, so they don't know how much shifting, maneuvering we had to do. So honestly, it was fast. Even to me, I was like, okay. And then when we the way we bounce concepts off of ideas off of each other and we make it work, listen, I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but since y'all can't see me smiling like this, I'm gonna do it. I mean, I can't
toot that horn. Y'all did great.
Listen, and it's not done yet. And guess what, y'all? Every season is going to get better because we've almost made a decision to put this in like a regular rotation. We have almost made that decision to do that. So listen, Nicholas Virgil says, just showing some support for SB, Aaron, and Logic for putting on a good show last night. Shout out to Bella for participating as the first Bachelorette. You guys did great. Looking forward to the next one. Okay, so listen, this is a regular Saturday, even though it's a recap. But guess what? You get the money line.
Money line. I'ma run it every time.
Give me mine.
Going up, need no decline.
Money money line.
I'ma run it every time.
Give me mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bella, Jax had me when he was doing that cha-cha-cha with you. I was like, oh shucks. He's
That's
doing
what I'm saying. He got the perfect answers. He's like, do the bachata and I'll leave you. I'm just like, you telling me what I want to hear.
Then he said, you can leave me sometime. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like this.
He's very charming. Very
Now,
charming.
y'all toxic. Y'all toxic. Y'all like confident men that know how to say the right things. Yeah, y'all toxic. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Listen, okay.
Bethany
Thank
has
you,
a
Bethany.
gentleman for us.
Send him. Listen, of course I want a man's man. I told you I like a man that can use his hands, kick down a door. Listen, I want Mr. Boss for somebody else.
As SB, you said kick down the door. We ain't promoting breaking and entering. No B&E over here.
Now listen, somebody already done put in the chat, black women like toxic. Already done put it in the chat, black women like toxic. So listen, I guess you have to have a little bit of drama to make makeups very good. Is that how it goes? We need a little drama so we can make up. Is that what it's about?
I don't know.
I don't either. Y'all can keep that toxic. I don't, keep that. But anyway, we're gonna continue. Thank you, Bethany. Make sure you do that as soon as possible so we can just weigh these options. Because believe it or not, guys, all this makes sense. And when it's over, we will tell you how everybody fit into a category. We can't say right now, but y'all probably beginning to figure it out, though. You're probably beginning to figure it out, but everything makes sense. So
yeah, and Bella likes manly men. So you're right, Cora. Manly men only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I do too. What was that a question?
If you're gonna send somebody, they got.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We want somebody to get musty, know how to work with their hands, that kind of stuff. Calluses. They can be clean, but we got to start somewhere. We want a man that don't mind hunting, even though they're not hunting anymore. That kind of guy.
Oh, yeah. Men are still very much hunting. It's just the arena is different.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Robert says I can kick down doors, just can't. Where did it go?
Just can't put them back in.
Okay, just can't put it back. I hear you. Can't hang them back up. Rob, that sounds toxic. I don't know about that. You got to learn how to put them hinges back and put it back together. But listen, I appreciate that. Not musty, Brittany. Yeah, you want a man to get a little musty, that manly smell. He can be cleaned. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't want that man to be like, I ain't trying to sweat. Think about it.
That's something I would say.
But listen, chat. We do really want to hear y'all feedback. So please let us know. Don't be just being nice to us. We want to hear the good, the things y'all like to see improvement on, things that we can work on. We definitely want to hear. That's why we put the show today, just to really connect with y'all, because we kind of left on a cliffhanger. And I know we want to know, and I don't know, and nobody knows, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait.
Only one person in the room knows, and that's Miss Bella, and she's holding on to next. Actually, she's holding on to the next Friday. I think we got to think about that. We don't know. We're gonna think on that. I don't know if we want you to reveal next Friday or the season finale. So we're gonna hold on to that because we might need to just because you're picking again next week, possibly. So we're gonna hold on to that. And it just might be two fellas on the season finale that just show up and nobody really knows who they are. How about that? Oh, it's gonna get juicy, y'all. I can't tell you. Oh gosh, you're gonna have to hurry up and do this because I like to talk. So anyway, are there anyone that would love to come up and give us some feedback for what you all would like to see on I Choose You, either this season or new for next season or what have you? Because guess what? The Bachelor is next, and we will have some nice women, very nice women, and we will announce the Bachelor, of course, and then women can then come, and it's going to be done pretty much the same way. But you know what? Women are real competitive.
Oh yes.
Really?
What?
You know what I think women are gonna do though? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they're gonna tell their friends to eliminate some of these people. I think that's the competitive nature they gonna have. They're gonna be
because they're gonna have to put a super chat in, and mostly men do the super chat stuff.
Now, when it comes down to having power, and you're talking about a good-looking man. Now, remember, now we're adding a man Whereas now it's a woman. It's women. They're gonna do whatever they got to do to get what they want. So
Well, let's not taint they thinking. We gonna find out.
it
We
ain't
don't want to
tainting. This is
taint
the real world. Come on, we live here long. I've lived here longer than all of y'all. So I'm telling you how it goes. Women are competitive. They see something, they like it. Hey, but
The
listen,
competitive ones are very competitive. So yes.
exactly. Like they yeah. I'm not saying they're gonna cut no legs off or anything, but they're gonna do what they need to do. But listen, guys in the chat, make sure you are sharing that I Choose You is actually going on, because I need you all. We need as many people as possible in the chat so we can do this elimination. It works best when we have a lot of people. And then too, of course, we know we love to read what y'all have to say. And it just makes the show successful when we have more participation. Me and plus 40, girl, you ain't got it. Lucky. You ain't got to say nothing. Don't say nothing else. We got you. That's all I'm saying is we got you. We got you. I ain't saying no more. I'm not saying anything more. Mr. Steele, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine. And you?
Doing good. You got to see the show last night.
Oh, yes, I did. Let me tell you, I had a real blast watching it. One thing I love about the show, out of all the dating shows I watch on TV or YouTube or otherwise, this is the most realistic. It is the most realistic.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was hard trying to figure out how we could make a virtual show as live as possible. Because it's so, guys, how do we do this? How do we do this? How do we make everybody interactive? So I'm glad that we did a good job at it. But we're gonna try to make it as best as possible, though. We're gonna continue to work at it.
Yeah, and like I say, you're doing a good job now. I know you're figuring out the super chat on your head or something like that, but everything else is just perfect.
Yeah. And I'm gonna leave that up to Aaron, because we know what we're trying to do, but trying to explain it is not the easiest thing to do. I think explaining it to everyone is the hardest thing. But let me read this comment. I would like to hear better questions for the bachelors. And that is coming from Sarah. Aaron?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let me hold on. Let me just say what was the attempt. Okay, and we're putting out our secrets right now. Okay, so Aaron's questions were supposed to make the bachelors comfortable and kind of throw them off, if this makes sense. So then Logic's questions is supposed to kind of hit them in the head because they would be kind of off guard. So if y'all didn't pick up on that, but that is exactly what was supposed to happen. Aaron's question was supposed to be a little lighthearted, laugh. Okay, I got this, try to make them as comfortable as possible. And then the actual judge's question, or the other judge, was supposed to come, because remember, Aaron was like vetting per se, but it was a comfortability that needed to happen. And then we were asking questions and everybody heard him. We didn't want someone to prepare for questions. Like if he was here and he was talking to Bachelor 1 and he had a real, good question for Bachelor number 1, Bachelor number 2 was actually hearing that same question backstage. So then he would be able to prepare for it. So we didn't want preparation. So Aaron was the throw off, or the question that gets, just the question. And then Mr. Logic was the question that would get some depth to what that person was thinking. So
yeah, quite honestly, when Anton came in, I thought he was going to ask those type of questions. Anton's known for asking, some very direct questions.
Yeah, but Anton was supposed to just come in and kind of derail the show, kind of protest the show, because he doesn't believe in dating. So we got Anton to come and be like, the zombies and the ladybug, we throwing people off. Ace, you got to work with us. See, it was funny, right? Anton was coming in to definitely show love and just to let us know that, he was supporting the show, and also though was keeping with what he believed as far as dating. He doesn't, believe in dating. So it was all planned. And so obviously it's got y'all talking, so it kind of worked out. So Aaron, would you agree with that, or did you have another way of explaining your questions versus Logic's?
No, that's exactly what we were trying to do. Like I originally said, the whole point was we didn't want to go super personal because it's the pilot. We wasn't sure which way things were going to go. We know the chat just wants to know how many children you got, and things like that. And so you have to understand, I didn't know the comfortability of the people that were coming on the panel. And so I wanted to make it, light, but also wanted to give them the ability to show their creative thought. A lot of my questions was about what did you hear me say, and how did your mind create with those words? And y'all, if y'all really paid attention, you would see that. And then Logic did what I expect him to do when we talked about the come behind. So it worked out well, but I understand what the desire pertaining to the questions, especially the women, because they want certain type of questions asked. And I hear what you're saying, and I'm in the lab right now, me and Bella and everything, and we're working on making the best experience, the best questions to ascertain the information.
So listen, Robert H says, I think y'all should ask questions like you were Bella's father. Ask questions about what they want with Bella and all that jazz. What kind of car someone drives or radioactive ladybugs. I guess he's saying it's just not hitting it. But listen, it was supposed to show somebody's creativity, ability to think out of the box. Y'all are just too serious sometimes. All right, listen, Bella, we came out for baby girl. Marilyn, stand up. Okay.
Yes, I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting.
So anyway, Aaron, they're struggling with our questions, but anyway, we'll get to
work
it.
That out. Mm-hmm.
Good point, Robert H. Real vetting. Listen, it's something else. You hear this, Aaron? They wanted real vetting. They wanted us like how much money you make today.
Yeah,
I think they're right though.
They wanted me to.
Okay, but then that means you got to be open to questions.
Not really. I don't want to.
Yeah, I thought about that too, and that's why everything is strategic.
Yeah,
we never said that you needed to answer questions, Bella. We never put that on the table to you. We never said that you were going to have to answer any questions. We were saying if you wanted to answer questions, it would be to the person that you actually choose at the finale. That would be the person that you would get to know. That would be the person that would be, the tough questions and things of that nature. So that's why we kept it as, conversational and, surface as much. But I think we got a little information from them. We got enough to eliminate one, chat. Y'all learned enough that y'all was getting rid of one. How about that?
So yeah. the thing is, when you ask certain questions, like a father would ask, right? It's very stern. It's very like controlling and domineering in a way, and it's not funny. It's not entertaining in a lot of ways, and they think they want us to say things like, "Tell me about your family. Where you come from, boy?" Things like so aggressive, and it's not going to be conducive of a show. And we have to have a combination of multitude of things. But we hear what you're saying. Like I said, I'm in a lab. I'm working on these questions as we speak.
And Mr. Steele, you had something you wanted to add to that. What were you getting ready to say?
Yeah, I wanted to say that this is as close to real vetting as it gets. Last night. Everybody asking, the men, all these questions. I mean, those were some good questions. You did not go overboard with them. I mean, this is one of the greatest, perfect ways to vet right there.
To make a person comfortable and let them talk.
Yeah.
Is the theory behind it. That's the theory. So, well, I definitely appreciate that. I'm so glad you enjoyed the show. It's coming back on Friday, same time, 9:15. Make sure you're on time. We're going to go over all the instructions and anything that we may have added over the week. Of course, there will be another flyer that goes out and you all will get to see the bachelors. It's going to be a little different this time. So just stay tuned for that. Hey, Chantel, how are you? Thank you so much for your $4 super $4.99 super chat. Great show. It can also be an opportunity to teach us how to vet, since many of us were not taught or weren't taught.
Thank you, Chantel.
Thank you for that. That's good. I like that. So, did you have anything else you wanted to add, Mr. Steele?
The only thing I want to say is I'm looking forward to see the Bachelorettes competing for the Bachelor.
That's gonna be something. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we I think what it is, how does it work? So we have two more shows here. We take that week off, or maybe 2 weeks, and then we start. I have to look at the calendar, but it's not gonna be long before we get to the Bachelor. And the Bachelor will be interesting though, and will be exciting. So
yeah,
I can't wait either. Let's see. Super duper dope boy says, so will mature mother like women vet the bachelorettes for the Bachelor? I'm not telling. I can't tell. I can't tell my secrets. I can't let anybody know yet in advance. Closer to the show, you'll see exactly what's going to happen. All right, you'll get to see. All right. So, Mr. Steele, you said you did have another question or no?
No, this is it. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming up and enjoying the show. So listen, guys, the link is in the chat. If you have you're welcome to come up and give us any feedback that you may have on what you think we need to do, anything we need to add to the show, something that we can get rid of. We understand that the questions are not deep enough for our chat. We understand how deep y'all are. We get it. We're gonna do that.
SB, let's be clear. We give them the opportunity to ask the questions that we may not identify as well. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like we've thought it out and said, okay, this, we got to try this. And the chat has a whole lot of power. For, you know, even though we can't like stop the show so much to ask every single question, that's how we have a certain structure. They got a whole lot of power.
Right. And we also, like you said, you offered to them the wild card question for the $25 super chat if they had a question that they really needed to be answered. And I think the only person did that was Nicholas.
Yeah, Nick did.
Nick was the only one. Everybody else decided not to ask that question. But Mr. C says, I want to know the individual, genuine character, vulnerability, willing to be honest, even if it makes him look bad. Man, the man told us he was toxic. The other one told us he was involved with a relationship with a woman that was 10 years older.
I think they were all candid to a degree.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Yeah, I do. What, Mr. C, what you talking about? What is, you know what? My mind is not, don't give me no thought. Don't let me think of nothing. So whatever you talking about, Mr. C, we understand. We definitely understand. But bye-bye, go way out there when you say something like that. But anyway, if there's anybody else who wants to link up and give us their opinions, if not, we have been here a while, not too long, but listen, it was just a recap show. It was an awesome show. I do really want to hear your feedback. And listen, you can definitely go to the recap or the replay and leave your comments there. I'm reading them also. And whatever you have there to add, we'll definitely consider that. I'm 70 years old. I know, Salon. Listen, we got to put something together for you. But I hope you saw the show last night. He's a widower looking for a new black wife. we have written down your requests. But Bethany, thank you so much for that. Please pass the information on. Anyone else? Nyheim was keeping it real. I would have liked to hear him mention evolving from his toxicity. You know what? He just said he's working on it. That's all I heard, right? And Chantel's still hurt by how y'all cut it off right before Bella said her answer. Listen, we got to get y'all to come back. We can't tell everything. Chantel, you know we can't tell everything. So got to hold some things back. And that was one of the things that we decided that we were going to hold back. But Bella, what do you think about that? Not being able to tell the crowd what you think, your choice.
I actually really, really like that idea. I think it creates the suspense. And it took the pressure off me because it was so hard to choose. Like, I wanted both of them. So I couldn't just choose one person. So I think it was a great idea.
You know, I was wondering, have anybody been like trying to ask you behind the scenes who you choose? No, everybody's been cool. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what, SB? Now that Bella said she had a hard time choosing between the last two, I got to go back into the drawing board. Because she said she want to keep both, and we got to make sure we can't allow these things to happen. All right, so I got to figure out.
No, we can't. Listen, we can't let her have. We talked about this. We can't.
See, I got to get back on. I got to get back to work already now.
We already done talked about this. Now we Aaron. I'm not looking at your face, but we already discussed this. Listen, right now we good. Right now we real good. So let's keep that in mind. We good. But guys, the link is in the chat. If anyone else is there, they want to share something. Brittany B, you had an awesome comment. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for watching. She said the show was great. I appreciate her. And listen, I appreciate the fact that you're moderating. We definitely need our mods to show up because the chat was going. And Aaron, listen, tell girlfriend we appreciate her so very much for being there, and she didn't cuss us out by the end of the show. I'm so happy because I kind of felt like, we're getting on her nerve just a little bit because we kept saying, what you got, what's the numbers now? Yeah. Now listen, Go ahead, Aaron.
No, she was having a lot of fun, but she was filling out the paper, doing the math, calculating like real time, and like wow, when you're talking to me, she's standing over me like this is where we at. Da, 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 da. So it was a lot of fun. She enjoyed it.
Yeah. Now, there was one young man, I think it was young man or young lady, did say that they were a bit confused at the end. And I'm here to tell you, I'm gonna be accountable about that. We was a bit confused at the end too. All right, so we owning it, right? Aaron, are we owning it?
Wait, what do they mean at the end? They talk about as far as the elimination process.
Right. We had no idea that the numbers would be so close. I think we probably thought that they would not be close. But they were very close. And then the power for the chat to eliminate was very take this one off, put this one on was actually a little bit
okay. Yeah, no, that part definitely got convoluted. And like I said, things happen in real time. One of the things we like to try to be is fluid, right? So we ran with it because the chat, we want to involve y'all. We saw, okay, they want to try this. All right, we're going to run with it. But like I said, we in the lab. I know y'all don't see me right now because the lab is behind the secret doors. You got to get the x-ray, get the eye scanner to get in and everything. But we working on it. We're going to have, when the next show go live, I'm going to have it very clear. I'm going to have instructions. I'm going to have it incorporated multiple times throughout the show so everybody understands. Because what we found out is when people came into the show late, they had not heard the instructions. And I think that caused some confusion as well. And so that is something that I'm working on. We're going to improve on to make sure the information is there. And everybody, as the show continues on, obviously, hopefully, people continues to grow with us, they will realize, they know the rules, they know the process, and they'll help people out in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So we hear what you said, and we will fix that issue going forward.
So Robert H has a question. Say, is the second show date known? Yeah, it is Friday, May the 6th at 9:15. So it's this Friday coming. Definitely, it is. So you got to be there, 9:15. Got to be there, and we'll go over all this again. And there will be advertisement that's going to go out prior to Friday that you'll get to see the bachelors also. Again, we're doing Bachelor 1, Bachelor 2, Bachelor 3, no names, but you'll definitely get to see them. Bella, you'll get to see them. And don't ask me nothing. I'm not going to say a word. I'm not. She be getting me. I be wanting to let the cats out. And I was like, no, I'm not talking to Bella today. But anyway, it's going to be fun, guys. And if there's no one else that wants to add anything to what the feedback right now, listen, we're taking good or bad, whatever it is you can add, because we're trying to make it the best or the most entertaining show on Friday night. So, whatever we can do to do that, that's what we would like to do. So whatever you can add, we appreciate it. Definitely, we appreciate it. But if not, I have kept everyone right at about an hour and perfect timing. And listen, guys, we will be speaking to you all this week. I choose you on Friday night, 9:15, May the 6th. If y'all have anything else that you haven't thought about, if you haven't looked at the whole show, you got any comments, please do so. And Stephen Day said no hats. We haven't even talked to them about their dress code, so that may be something that we should consider. But thank you, Stephen. Thank you for that. Other than that,
no, we're not changing no dress code because listen, like I said, if the chat don't like your nose, they don't like your ears, they don't like you wearing a hat, that's on you. They're not playing with
put money on their head and get rid of them.
Correct.
You're right. Stephen, did you hear that? Put $5 on their head for that hat that they wear if they wear one.
Deduct some points like an interview. Oh, you thought you was gonna come in here? And you didn't wear no full suit. You were just you thought you was gonna just come in here and do this interview. Okay, we gonna pretend like we gonna hire you. Yeah. Let's have this fun interview. So yeah, put that money on their head, and they have to learn.
You know what, Stephen? I don't think you understand the power of the chat. Y'all got power to eliminate. Do whatever it is you want. All you got to do is put a super chat on it. We don't even ask questions. All we need is elimination and a number, 1, 2, or 3. How about that? He said he going to put $3.33. Wait a minute. Let's see what it is. Okay, I'll put $3.33 on each of them. I'll do it again. Listen. But guess what? If you put $3.33 on all of them, you just even the playing field again.
It's principle for him.
Stephen, Thank you so much. Listen, your participation is what's most important, and I thank you for that. But guys, listen, we're getting ready to go on this nice Saturday. Y'all have a excellent rest of the day, and we will be talking soon. All right, good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You be the life of the party. I blend in with the core. You drink it all the Bacardi. Till the bottles no more. Let's take it back for this started. You want the love, I don't got it. Got my soul on the road. You screaming, stay, please don't go. Don't think it's in me to listen to flow. It's so different with distance we roam into zones where nothing get heard anymore. I just wish I was home when I stepped through front door, but instead I'm alone and completely unsure. And even though you're screaming out with the best of intentions, I don't get it. Why do you always gotta ask me to stay? Why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. Say, why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. See, I've been lost in my thoughts, and my thoughts they too scared to usher off. Sorry, Mom, I just thought you were my world. Now you're not. And I'm just sitting, smoking, sloping in a daze, cause my days ain't been the same since I drove here away. I remember the way you wrote letters in blue ink. You and me was in love. Think about what your crew think. I know your moms probably think I'm a bastard. Your pops probably wanna beat my death and take a in my casket. But I got sick of fighting, bickering, fussing over nothing, cussing. Instead of watching the death of discussions that we once had, days that we once spent in the backseat of our cars, reading poets at sunset. It's funny how love can fall out the foreground, get pushed into the back of your mind. We used to twist a spliff and laugh and relax. Are you crying? And I'm trying to find the reason, so I ask, does forever ever happen, or is it always fade to black? I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul on the road. I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul on the road.